start streaming, start streaming, start streaming, start streaming, start streaming. Start the stream. Streamy weemy. The streamy leamy deemy. Weemy deemy beepy deepy deepy. Start the stream. Start the stream. Start the stream. The stream has started. Start the stream. Start the stream. The stream has started. How do I link this stream? Share. Okay. Close. Copy link. Copy link. Copy link. Copy link. You know one thing that I really hate about YouTube streaming is that the stream when you try to change the interface from being uploading videos to live, it just automatically begins the stream and doesn't let you edit the stream first, which is annoying because it'll autofill the last title for the last stream I did, and then I'll get inundated with comments of people telling me, the title is wrong. Yes, I know the title's wrong, because I haven't been able to edit it yet, and I always edit the titles as soon as I'm physically able to, but I can't find a way to edit the titles before I actually start, quote-unquote, the stream. Because YouTube starts the stream whenever they deem it start, not whenever it actually receives the stream data from Open Broadcaster or XSplit, whichever one you use. In my case, Open Broadcaster, because it's free and it works. So that is that. Open Broadcaster or XSplit, whichever one you use. In my case, Open Broadcaster, because it's free and it works. So that is that. I feel like my microphone is a bit quieter than it normally is. How is the audio? Is it quiet? Is it loud? Is it normal? Does it sound good? Does it sound bad? Does it sound bad because it's my voice? Does it sound good because it's my voice? Love Panasonics. Yes, Panasonics are nice. Happy 4th of July. I got a question. Is a red Eureka Lightspeed bagged rare? There is no Eureka Lightspeed that is rare. Is a bagged Eureka Lightspeed less common than a bagless one? Yes. And if that's your definition of rare, then sure. But it's not a rare vacuum. They sold, even though the bagged isn't as common as the bagless, that was still a budget machine that sold millions and millions of units. The only reason why they're hard to find now is because most people, like it or not, threw them away. So, hey, if you want one and you have the opportunity to get one. Now, here's the thing. I like the Lightspeed platform. They clean very well. The filtration is god-awful, but if you can get your hands on a bagged one, much in the same way with the Dirt Devil Breeze, they clean really well, but the filtration is horrible. So if you can get your hands on a bagged one, and especially if you can get your hands on some HEPA bags for that machine, or at least HEPA bags that will fit and work, then at that point you've got a pretty solid budget vacuum, because it cleans well and it has decent filtration, and the build quality on those are much better than on newer Dirt Devils and Eurekas. So if that's your main need out of a budget machine is good carpet cleaning and with retrofitting some decent filtration, then there you go, you're good. Now they're both loud, so even with good bearings they're still very loud, so if you can handle the noise, or if you're willing to wear ear protection, then there you go. I still think probably Abyssal would be a better choice because they're quieter, but hey, I will say that I think both of those machines do clean better than Abyssal, than an equivalent Power Force. It's very close. It is very close, but I do think the Dirt Devil in particular has the edge. The Eureka is pretty similar to the Abyssal, but I still think it gets the slight edge. But yeah, and they would, I think, all be out cleaned by a Maytag wind tunnel. as far as early 2000s budget vacuums. All the wind tunnels are more expensive, so that makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Happy 4th of July. Yes, happy Independence Day. I'm it's taking everything in me not to make a political comment, given the recent Supreme Court decision, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Happy 4th of July to everyone who chooses to celebrate this country's freedom and independence and the freedom of most of its citizens. I mean, it's hard for me to feel free considering the fact that the Supreme Court is likely about to basically disallow me on a federal level from getting married. I'm not a fan of that, but thankfully Illinois is a protected state, so I don't have too much to worry about as long as I don't need to move. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Not to get political, but you know, other than that being kind of a ring on the mind a little bit, I'm having a pretty good 4th of July. I hear a lot of fireworks cracking in the background. Very annoying. I do appreciate the fact that unlike Missouri, a lot of the really high power fireworks are illegal in Illinois, which I really appreciate because this is obnoxious enough and I don't need diet bombs going off next to my bedroom window, even though it sounds like that's what's happening. But hey, people are having fun and I appreciate it. So yeah. My only thing is I just don't like it whenever people are lighting off fireworks a week on either side of 4th of July. If they were doing it, on a little bit on the 3rd, a little bit on the 5th, and most of it on the 4th, I'd be very happy with it because it's one day and a little bit on each side that you have to worry about. Because I know a lot of people get PTSD and stuff. A lot of people have animals that freak out. But hey, usually the way that I am with fireworks is that when they first start going off, I get really annoyed. And then as it goes off more and more, I start to appreciate them more, usually on the actual 4th of July. So I'm actually kind of happy. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's having fun doing their boom boom stuff. I unfortunately do not have any money to acquire fireworks. Although I did buy some of those poppets, like the little sacks of gunpowder that you throw on the floor and they crack, or they pop or whatever. Those are fun. I always love those. I love fireworks. My anxiety is up right now. No clue why. Probably it's because of the fireworks. A lot of people with anxiety, PTSD, autism, and all that stuff don't really deal very well with sudden loud noises. And I am no exception. So that's why it takes a bit to get used to. It's not bothering me too much. I have a little bit of a headache, but I'm fine with that. As long as, I'm all for people having fun and celebrating their country's independence. I like that. So, I wonder if Canadians light off fireworks on Canada Day. I don't know. Let's see. Because I own one. Yeah, it's not rare. But hey, if you like it. Someone said my light speed is an oddball maxima. I mean, it is. It is. Let's see. Hey, howdy, hey. Panasonic's the best vacuums. They are very good. I do love Panasonic's. I'm supposed to be getting a certain sum of money tomorrow from my fiance because basically I've been buying him a bunch of stuff and he was going to give me $500 for just buying all sorts of stuff for, that he was wanting, like vape stuff and little things here and there. So he's basically giving me that money back and then a little bit extra. And so I was planning on using that to purchase or at least part of it to purchase a Panasonic off of another vacuum collector. So we'll see how that goes. I also won a bid on eBay. It was $260. It was supposed to be for a brand new Dyson Slim Ball Animal, but I actually reviewed the pictures in the listing and it actually shows a brand new inbox Dyson Ball Animal 3. So potentially I'll be getting another Ball Animal 3, this time the silver variant, for $260, which is very good. Hopefully that is accurate and they didn't just hopefully that's actually there. It looked like someone taking a picture of a box. It wasn't a stock photo. So hopefully that means that that is their picture, and that is what I'll be getting whenever I pay for it tomorrow. But yeah, so that'll be very fun because I love the Ball Animal 3, and having an extra would, no pun intended, having an extra Ball Animal 3 would, in fact, be very good. So, let's see. The tempos were $69 back in 2004, so correction, 60. Oh, I forgot about the tempo. I thought the tempos were $80. Well, I guess with inflation, so yeah. Oh yeah, because that would have been around the time where the Power Forces, instead of being 50, were $40, or instead of being 60, were $40. So I guess that makes sense. The price discrepancies there, with the tempo basically being the higher end Power Force. Although at the time, I think most people picked the Power Force because at the time it had pretty much all the features, but it was almost half the price. And I'm sure that's what I would have picked back then too, because the Power Force is lighter weight. But yeah, it's a good machine. They're both great machines, honestly. I do feel like the Wind Tunnel is better, or the tempo is better, but that makes sense because it's more expensive, so you would hope that it would be better and clean better and all that. Let's see. What was up? Happy 4th of July. I love fireworks. Oh, I just read that. Guess what? If my red light speed isn't rare, then surely my 1994 Simplicity 5000A is. I don't know what that is, so I can't verify whether or not that's rare. I am not the WADA of vacuums. It's not bothering me for fireworks. Yes, they do. Guess what vacuum I got? I don't know. I'm shaking super bad lol. I'm a country guy, but golly, they're lighting the most annoying ones right now. Well, when you're in the country, that's what happens. When you're in the city, you have a little bit more police cracking down on it because there's obviously a lot more people that get injured, you know, power lines and cars and shit like that. Let's see. No collector has a specific vacuum. Only one collector, but he isn't active on YouTube that much. Well, I could say the same for my Abyssal Power Glide. I'm the only collector that I'm aware of that has Abyssal Power Glide. And I am the only collector on YouTube that currently has a Power Glide Ultra. There was another collector who had a Power Glide Ultra, but I bought it off of them, so it's now mine. So yeah, which Panasonic? I don't remember. I've told you the one that I'm talking about. It's a dark green one. It's a much newer Panasonic. I forgot the model number off the top of my head. I've mentioned it before. It's from VacMaster 2020. Let's see. Why does I have a 2017 Windsor Versamatic Plus Carter Group? I'm sorry, I can't read that. That's really hard to read. Why do I have it? I don't know why you have it. I can't answer that. Only you can answer that. Have you heard of the Bissell CleanView Compact? Yes, it just came out. It's a piece of garbage. It's literally just a rebranded Power Force Compact, but 3 times the price. Literally 3 times the price. It might have a longer cord, but that's it, if even that. There's no reason to buy that, because Bissell used to have something called the Aero Swift, which actually looked like a pretty decent machine. I was planning on reviewing one at some point. I just never got around to it. I believe they discontinued that and just released a rebranded compact. So I don't know why anyone would buy that, considering the Power Force Compact can literally be had for 1/3 the price. You could buy 3 of them for the price of this compact, because I believe this compact, I think, is $80. I think. Don't quote me on that. And then the Power Force Compact is $40. Okay, no, so it's double, not 3 times. But still, double your money. Like, you could easily spend $5, get an extension cord, then bam, it's the same machine. I'm hoping that at least with the increase in price that the plastic is a bit higher quality, but I'm not holding my breath. Okay, now all the really annoying and irritating ones are starting to go off. Like, can you guys not light off the fireworks, like, out in the country and not here? Because I live, quote-unquote, in the city, but I live in a very small micropolitan area. My population of my county is about my town is about 18,000, and it shares another town in the same county. So it's not $80 fucking dollars for a dorm vac, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, for that price, just get a clean view, honestly. Or spend the extra 10 or 20 bucks and get a powerlifter bagged pet. Or just get a Power Force instead. Get a $60, even though they've gone up in price now, $60 is still a great deal on a bagged Power Force. It's still a good deal. It's still a good deal. I still recommend the Power Force all over the place. See, I've heard this from people. So, I've bitched about this a million times, but it's really annoying to me that I get this weird push and pull from different vacuum YouTubers, where some of them will say, I've sold out because I use Dysons and Sebos, and I've abandoned the Bissell collectors that my channel was essentially founded on. And then I have other people saying, how dare you still care about this Bissell junk? You got a Sebo, you got a Dyson, you're getting a Miele soon, you got a Lindhouse now. Why are you still using this Bissell junk? The truth is that I just like many vacuums. There's a lot of vacuums I like. I used my Bissell CleanView 2, the one that I just got recently, the 6574 model, the green one. I replaced the hose on it, and I replaced the belt on it, and I cleaned the filter. I didn't even wash it, I just vacuumed it off. I popped in a brand new HEPA filter, and I cleaned off the brush roll, put it all back together, dusted it off, and I vacuumed my living room with it. I vacuumed like a small, maybe 10 by 10 area, and the bin was already a quarter full. Like, even with that old, worn out, presumably original brush roller from 2004. So, look, credit where credit is due. They can still be good vacuums. So, do they have the best filtration? No, not even close. Are they reliable when it comes to the bearings in the motor and the pedal releases? No. Are they cheap vacuums that a lot of people throw away because they'd rather just replace it than fix any issue with it, even something as simple as a belt? Yes, in fact, that's how I get most of mine. But for the $13 that I spent on it, not including the hose and the $5 belt, even if you included that, like, I bought a bunch of parts off of Marco for 20 bucks, including that hose. Let's say we value the hose at $10. That's roughly $22 in total that I put into that machine. Now, sure, that's, not nothing, but it's a third less than buying a brand new Bissell Power Force Helix. And this machine has a longer hose, it has a headlight, it cleans a little bit better, it has a longer cord, the build quality is much better, and it's just as lightweight to use, realistically speaking. I mean, the Power Force is a little bit lighter weight, but it's very close. It's still incredibly lightweight. Even after using, the heart and using the Dyson and all that, this was incredibly easy to push. So, I enjoyed using it. So, there's nothing wrong with enjoying different machines from different price points, from different eras. There's nothing even wrong with going to Walmart, because I've heard VacMaster the Great, I think, talked about this in a few videos ago, and I actually made a response video to it, but I never uploaded it, because I don't want to come off as it being rude. But he pointed out in his video, and look, I love Jordan. He's really cool. He's a really cool dude. I've been watching his videos since, since what, 2008? I've been watching his videos since I was like, okay, maybe not 2008, but at least since I was like 9-10 years old. I've literally been watching Jordan's videos for half of my fucking life. That's insane. And yet, I can still point out the fact that he mentioned how whenever he did a video on his CleanView 2 Plus a few whiles ago, is he was like, I don't understand why people can go buy or can go find, a not that old machine and take it off the curb, spend way too much money and time into cleaning it up and replacing filters and belts, and then adding it to their quote-unquote collection when it's something you can get at Walmart right now, and it's basically the same machine. And I'm like, look, I get that. And he brings up the point of baseball cards and how, how you would laugh off a baseball card collector if they got baseball cards from a dollar store versus people that actually have really rare cards. And all that makes sense. You know, it's you could literally apply that argument to any collector. Like, you could go to the retro gaming community and, you know, you could say this to somebody that pulled their childhood Xbox 360 out of the closet and Halo 3 and decided to start a collection out of it because they loved playing the games that they grew up with. You very easily can make the argument of, oh, that means nothing because here's this collector that has stadium events and Nintendo World Championships and who has, you know, even games that aren't as rare, like they have Super Metroid and they have Conker's Bad Fur Day. They have all these old, rarer, harder to find retro games. And yeah, you can make the argument that your collection, by extension, is more interesting than theirs because you have stuff that's harder to find, and that's a little bit more interesting to more collectors. But that doesn't make the other person's collection not a collection just because it's not what you would want to have in your collection. That's not how that works. There's plenty of people out there, believe it or not, that have no interest in Hoover Elites. There are people out there that have no interest in Phantoms. There are people out there that have admitted, oh wow, I would never see a Dyson as being collectible, but then now they're seeing people add DC-07s and DC-15s in their vacuum collection. Like, this is gonna happen. And hey, here's something that you need to think about. There are people that are vacuum collectors that will anticipate a vacuum becoming collectible and buy it when it's still in the shops, or get one used and refurbish it whenever it's still in the shops because they want to preserve it for whenever it does become collectible. Have you thought about that? There are some people that, I'll bring up Phantom as an example. Remember in 2001 when Phantom went bankrupt and Dyson entered the market, there was a lot of people that held on to their Phantoms because they knew that parts were going to be hard to find, that schematics were going to be hard to find, that manuals were going to be hard to find, at least before Shark, you know, sort of hosted them online, and that all of these aspects of Phantom technologies was going to be lost to history if a few people didn't preserve them. So at the time, I've talked to people like Matt and Alex who have been in the vacuum repair industry since Phantom was still a thing. And they're like, I can't believe they're collectible now. I used to smash so many of those off the side of a dumpster and toss them away every time the bearings would fail, or every time that the cords would get torn off, or the brush rolls would fit. Whatever flaw you could think of with that particular machine as an example. This is something that happens, and history repeats itself. So there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with liking budget vacuums. There's nothing wrong with wanting to collect the machine that you feel nostalgic with for your childhood, even if that childhood is not that long ago. I don't know why that people in the vacuum collecting community are trying to dissuade young collectors from getting into the hobby. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I don't understand it. It just seems very elitist, and it seems very like, well, I've been doing this for years, and I have this many vacuums, so I put in my time, so I'm now the gatekeeper. And that's not how that works. Look, I get it. There's nothing wrong with saying, I don't understand why people like these. I don't understand the appeal. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Because you obviously don't like it, so you're not interested in it. You don't like the Bissels. Maybe you've had bad experience with them. Maybe you've had bad experience with Dirt Devils, or Sharks, or Dysons, or Kirby's, Seabos, Mila's, Lindhouse, Regina. What are defunct brands? Singer, Simplicity, Panasonic. What other brands? SC Johnson. You'd say that, or Montgomery Ward. I don't know. You could think of any brand or any specific vacuum that just is what it is. So yeah. Why is everyone harassing this Jorge Vega dude? Like, my channel has been nothing. It's been really annoying trying to moderate my Discord server because everyone's bitching about this dude. Look, this actually kind of proves my point. Jorge Vega, hey Chance, I'd like to say I'm very sorry for trying to force you to stop uploading vacuum content and harassing you. I mean, I don't really consider that harassment, but I understand the appeal. I accept your apology. Because look, when I first started my channel, I was not a vacuum channel. When I started 7 years ago, I've been on YouTube for 7 years. First off, Jorge Vega, if you want to see smartphone content, go subscribe to Intellitech Mobile. Because I've started a secondary channel where I focus on smartphones and I focus on technology outside of vacuums. So if you don't like the vacuum content, which is fine, you don't have to like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't like the vacuum content, this is to anybody watching this. If you don't like the vacuum content and you want me to go back to doing smartphone videos and videos on game consoles and talking about technology in general outside of vacuums, kind of more so like what my channel did 5 years ago, then go subscribe to Intellitech Mobile. Go subscribe to Intellitech Mobile. It is... I just started it less than a month ago, and it has been... Obviously, the channel's not monetized because you have to apply for that all over again. So please go subscribe to Intellitech Mobile. Watch the videos. Try to get those... try to get those videos injected into the algorithm. If I get the views and I get the watch hours and I'm able to get it monetized, then that will really give me the motivation to just go ham on it. And I've got a lot of reviews coming up. I did some drop tests as well that are going up on Intellitech Mobile. I've got reviews of plenty of phones coming out at some point whenever I get to them. I've got the Galaxy S3, the S6 Edge Plus, mostly Galaxy phones, the LG G5, all sorts of phones that I'm doing reviews on. The Galaxy Note 7, the Note 7, the S7 Edge. If I get some more iPhones, I'll be doing reviews on those. I can do a review on the 4S. I have a drawer full of phones that I can do videos on, and oops, and I just dropped my S3 on my guitar, but that's okay. So yeah, I mean, you should review an iPhone 13. I did review an iPhone 12. I did review an iPhone 12 on Intellitech Mobile, which is almost the same thing. So go check out Intellitech Mobile. If you can't find it, I'll actually go ahead and link it in the I'm going to link it in the description right now so everyone can go subscribe to it, or at least everyone who's interested. Pump those numbers up. I've been a little bit lazy with starting it out because I haven't had the motivation to kind of be consistent with it. I'll admit that wholeheartedly. There's only a couple videos on there right now. I think the only ones that are on there are my Note 10 Plus and my iPhone 12 review, and I need to get a little bit better at that, at uploading on there consistently, but I've been trying to prioritize studios. So yeah, so let me go ahead and share this. I'll just post the link here. I need to make a custom link for this channel as well. There's a lot of housekeeping I need to do with it. So there you go. Go subscribe to Intellitech Mobile. Unless, of course, you don't like smartphone content and you're here for the vacuums, in which case you're good. So, or just go ahead and subscribe anyway. Actually, no, don't subscribe unless you're going to watch the videos, because that hurts the algorithm. So, but hey, it's up to you. Do you have an iPhone 12? I don't anymore. I reviewed the iPhone 12, and because it wasn't mine, it was my fiance's iPhone 12, and he's actually using it again now, so it's his main phone, so I can't keep using it. But I used it long enough to figure out everything there is to know about it, and I do really like the iPhone 12. I am not a fan of Apple's repair practices right now. I'm very disappointed with the way that they've been acting in that regard. So I do not choose to support Apple by purchasing a new device, but that's your decision. I'm going to now eat some seafood salad because I haven't ate much today. Go buy a used $20 to $30 old Samsung S and go trade for new S22. AT&T accepts any model Samsung. Yeah. The only problem is that AT&T won't allow me to do the trade-in and buy the phone outright, because I want to trade it towards an S22 Ultra. But every AT&T that I've gone to does not accept that offer. and I would have to sign a contract with AT&T, and I don't want AT&T service. And even if I tried to leave AT&T, the phone would be locked. So I wouldn't be able to use it on my carrier anyways. So yeah. I have an iPhone 11. Fuck Shark's customer service. Yeah, I'm gonna call them tomorrow and see if they'll send me some parts of that rotator, but I seriously doubt it. It's still under warranty. I really have just one Shark machine, and that's because after it breaks, basically the company wants you to buy a new one if it breaks, and so on and so forth. That's precisely why I haven't had any interest in reviewing the Shark Vertex. I just reviewed the rotator, and I'm going to review both of my Apexes next before I purchase a new Shark. I asked Shark for a review unit. I politely asked them for a review unit for the Shark Stratos, and unfortunately, they were not interested. They tried to make me apply for a sponsorship, and I said, I was like, I'm not interested in a sponsorship. I would just like a review sample so that way I can review it and test it and see if it's a good buy. And I explained my channel, I explained who I was and all that. I don't know if I did it wrong or if I was going through the wrong channel. I didn't know how else to contact them other than reaching out to their support email. But after reiterating what my initial purpose was, that I'm not looking for a sponsorship, I'm looking for just a review sample. I'm like, I don't want to be paid, I just want the vacuum. You don't even have to let me keep it if you don't want to. You can make me send it back, that's fine. I just want the vacuum to review it, so I don't have to spend the money out of my own pocket and worry about returning it if I don't like it. So they, after that, ghosted and stopped responding. So, not a big fan of Shark. Now, in Shark's defense, they at least responded to my email, whereas Dyson and Eureka did not respond at all. I tried to get a review sample of the Ball Animal 3, and they did not respond, so I just ended up buying one myself. And then, in case of the Eureka Innova, same story. I contacted them, I reached out to them, asked for a review sample, and again, no response. So, not even just like, oh, hey, we don't do that, or we don't provide that, which I would understand, that's why you ask, worst case scenario, they say no, but they just ghosted, they just didn't respond at all, which is not very professional, and I'm not a very big fan of that. So, that's why I had to choose between the three machines, between the Stratos, the Innova, and the Ball Animal 3 to purchase, to do a review on. Those are not inexpensive vacuums, especially the Stratos and Animal. And I chose the Dyson because I knew I was going to like the Dyson, and I knew I was going to keep it, so it made the most sense. And it was the one I was most interested in covering, so that's what I did. And because I had the coupon anyways, so I needed to use it. So that is that. That's why I chose reviewing the Animal 3. Everyone's like, get an Apex, get a Vertex, get a Stratos. And I'm like, I know I'm not going to like them. So it is what it is. Also, one thing I just noticed is that normally I'm very insecure about eating in front of the camera. Now, I don't care anymore. As long as I have good etiquette, and I can't stand people that chew with their mouth open. My ex-roommate did that a lot, and then she'd have the audacity to get mad at me for pointing it out and politely asking her to chew with her mouth closed. It's very rude, and it's just not good manners. I don't understand why that's such an issue with people nowadays where they can't chew with their mouth closed. It's disgusting. I don't want to see your chewed up food while you're eating something. And I have a very small palate. I don't have a very large mouth compared to the rest of my head. I have a very small mouth, and I can still manage to eat with my mouth closed and chew with my mouth closed. So I don't know why these people can't, because they have a big mouth, because they never shut the fuck up. Anyways, no offense to her, because she's getting married and she's very happy, and I love her to death, but still, I gotta call it like it is. That really bugs me. That really bugs me when she does that. So, Let's see. I'm eating seafood salad. I got it from County Market. I'm literally eating a pound of seafood salad. I think this is a pound. Yes, 1.14 pounds. So yeah. I already ate some rotisserie chicken with a sweet chili sauce. I already ate that. I ate a half pound of that, and I'm eating a pound of this. So if I finish this, I will weigh a pound and a half more than I did before. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so boop 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 doo. Yeah. Okay. Hiya, Chance. Hello, Carly. Or Carly. Carly. I think it's Carly. Let's see. Everyone's telling Jorge to get off, even though he's literally, like, he's not even doing anything. Leave this dude alone. Let's see. But yeah, it does sound very sketchy. I saw your air conditioner. I know the brand because the digital display is blue. Yeah, I'd say Eureka. It's a Medea, but, you know, Eureka. But yeah, I bought this a while ago, so you can see it's a Medea. I mean, I didn't buy it because it was a Medea. I bought it because it was like one of the cheapest ones at Walmart, and it looked like the best value. So let's hope that it keeps working. I didn't do a review on it or anything. Maybe I should. I don't know. But I bought it like 6 months ago, and it still works, so... It does what it's supposed to do. I've cleaned the filter a couple times, and it keeps chugging like it's supposed to, so... So that works. Let's see. Hey, Chance, do you know who is TechRex? Yeah, I know who TechRex is. He breaks a bunch of stuff for no reason. You probably saw the Amazon parts and unauthorized repairs. Oh, God. It's not even midnight. It's 10 o'clock. I mean, I guess it's midnight somewhere, but still. Ugh. What is the point of doing a stream if I can't even... What is the point of doing a stream if I can't even hear anything because of... Oh, thank you. Fireworks are loud. And your soda leaked all over me. Why did... Oh my god, look at the soda stain. Looks like it's in the shape of a dinosaur. It does. Soda. That tastes funny. Cherry Pepsi. Let's see. I normally don't drink dark soda, but both of my local gas stations are out of Mountain Dew. And I just drank a voltage. I drank half of a voltage. I'll drink the other half later. Let's see. Hello. Wait, his name is Jorge. I thought it was pronounced George. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm trying to apologize to Chance. I already accepted your apology, dude. You're good. As long as you're not being mean to people, I don't care. It's fine. That's just the only point. There's, again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with not liking vacuums. And there's not even anything wrong with saying, hey, I don't like the vacuum content. It was annoying when you were like, stop doing that. And I'm like, bro, like, this... I can still do the phone content. I don't have to stop. I can do more than one thing. I mean, I'm very ADHD, so I'm gonna do more than one thing whether or not it's on video. How are you doing, Chance? I'm doing pretty good. There's a bunch of boom boom explosions around me, and that's annoying, but other than that, you know, that's what you expect. Why has Dyson not sent me a replacement UP20 Animal 2 for over 2 weeks and it was supposed to be here like a week ago? What is going on with Dyson support team? I think that depends on your service center, on where something like that would come from. What state are you in? And also, what's wrong with your Animal 2? Because if there's not... Because I've been looking to buy an Animal 2, because I don't have an Animal 2 right now. If it's the one with the silver cyclone, I want to get one. I want to get one of the early Animal 2s where the cyclone is silver instead of purple, and where the ball actually is purple instead of just gray. Even when I watch ABC News 4, 2 police officers got shot in a fireworks show. Yeah. Oh, the KSI Logan Paul fight. Oh my god. I don't watch those YouTuber bugs. Go review the Nothing Phone. I've been thinking about it. I haven't actually looked much into the Nothing Phone. It looks really cool, though. I love the way it looks. I had a total clean, and they said there's... Oh, Texas, yeah. And they said they were sending me an animal, too. That's one thing about the total clean that's really... Like, I want the total clean because I want a blue Dyson. Like, an all-blue Dyson. But you can't get any parts for it. Like, all the parts are purple for an animal, too. Because I've been wanting to buy the purple parts. I've been wanting to buy the blue Cyclone and the blue Wand and put that on my Animal 3 to turn it into being blue, since blue's my favorite color. And because the brush roller is already blue on the Animal 3, so it's still kind of match. It'd be like blue and red, and it looked kind of cool. But I can't buy the Total Clean parts for some reason. I can only buy the purple Animal 3 parts, or Animal 2 parts. Which is stupid. Blue, yeah, exactly. I want a Dyson Ball Animal 2 Total Clean, but no way am I paying $600 because I want to get the Animal 2 Total Clean, like, blue color, but I don't want to pay for all those extra attachments when I literally have every single... When I literally have every single one of those attachments. Every single... When I have every... When I already... Now I'm getting irritated. When I already have every single attachment that comes with the Animal 2 Total Clean. Just like how iPhone is totally better than Android. I mean, that's a matter of personal preference. I personally prefer Android, but you may prefer iOS. Nothing wrong with that. I'm literally getting so pissed off. I don't know you hate yellow color and you can spray paint to blue. Oh god, I'm not spray painting a $600 vacuum. Jesus Christ. By the way, I'm glad I didn't get that gold complete variant, because that gold, I saw that gold in like an actual picture that someone posted on Reddit. That gold is ugly as shit. What?
Put the 50, because we still had the 50-inch Emerson in the laundry room. I put that in between the cabinet and the clothes baskets, because it's tall enough the diamond can't get over it.
Oh, so you just have the door open?
Yeah, because
okay.
It's really on here.
Oh, it is? Okay. Sounds like Chicago over there. Not quite. Oh my god, if I was in Chicago, it'd be even worse. I'm in central Illinois, so the biggest cities nearest me would probably be Champaign or Effingham. And, yeah, even in my relatively small town, not like small town, but like, it's like halfway in between the middle of nowhere and a sort of large city like Champaign. I don't want to say exactly where I am for obvious privacy reasons, but there's a good amount of fireworks. Can you find a wind tunnel twin chamber and do a review? I have one. I've been meaning to put a cord on it and fix it up, but I haven't done that yet. I bought a good chunk of extra cords from Marco like a year ago, or 6 months ago, and I can't find them. I don't know what I did with them. I know they're around here somewhere. Once I find one of them, I can obviously put one of them on the wind tunnel and get it working. Excuse me. Because I would like to get that twin chamber working. The red Sears one? Yes, the red Sears one. Because I'm wanting to get it working, because even if I end up not liking it, I know Mason will buy it off me. So there's no reason for me not to fix it. But honestly, if it runs as good as it looks, I have a feeling it'll run just fine, and I'll probably keep it. It needs to be able to handle wet matter. What? I got the motor spinning in my Eureka Pet Pal and it sounds terrible and loud. Help wanted. Make sure the fan is clean. If you're able to disassemble the motor, then replace the bearings or repack the bearings in the motor. And if all else fails, replace the motor. And if all else fails, toss that thing in the trash and buy a better vacuum. But in all seriousness, I don't know where you'd be able to find a motor for one of those if you wanted to replace it. But I'm sure you could probably find the part number and look for it. Check on eBay. Motorist shop, probably, yeah. I mean, the motor itself technically isn't shot. As long as the carbons on the motor are okay. And then you can always just replace the bearings and clean the fan. And that would take care of it. It's just a matter of, do you have the tools to do so? Because I have the capability of rebuilding all the bad motors that I have. The problem is that I don't have the tools necessary to pull apart a motor. I would need like a bench vise. The main thing is a bench vise and like some wrenches, sockets, so that way I can turn the bolts that hold the fans on. And I need to get those parts. Maybe I should get those at some point so I can actually start rebuilding motors. You know, with iPhone, you can use your iPhone as a camera for your Mac to improve your camera quality. Yeah, I did know that. I know you can also sometimes use your iPad as like a secondary display, which is really cool. I like that. That's a good idea. But, you know. Let's see. When should I call Dyson and ask what's going on? Well, ask them tomorrow because they're obviously closed today for 4th of July because it's a holiday. So call them tomorrow and see what they say. I did rebuild the Oric XL motor before. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, because I would rather rebuild motors than have to just junk them and replace them. If I were James Dyson, I'd really care for my customers. Well, I know he cares more than Mark Rosen does. Is that the name of the Shark CEO? The bald guy? Is he still their CEO? Apple TV remote work with an iMac. That's cool. That is cool. I do like that about Apple products, how like a lot of their stuff just works together very seamlessly. That is one thing that's really nice about them. I was gonna say, maybe I should put the chat over here so I'm not having to look over my shoulder to see it. I don't need this to be that big. There we go. That's what I wanted. Like a 1/3 split. Mark Rosensweek. I forgot that he like refers to himself as like just Rosen. Or does he? Maybe that's a Mandela effect thing. I don't know. I could have sworn it was just Mark Rosen. Got a Dyson oh, let's see. James Dyson, the CEO of Dyson Vacuums. Yeah, that's true. I think it'd be cool if you could start doing videos on window AC units. I think that would attract a lot more collectors, to be honest. I think it'd be awesome too. I have bought a good number of window units because the central air in my house is completely faulty, so I've been relying on window units in all of my rooms. So that wouldn't necessarily be all that difficult to do. Interesting. I very well could do that. Let's see. Mark Rosen looks like Mr. Clean. Yes. Or Jerry Rig Everything. Do you still have a Eureka Roland True HEPA? Yes, I do, but one of the wheels is seized up. And it's at my dad's house. I can't go to my dad's house to grab those vacuums because he's on vacation right now. And he said that he locked the back door so I can't get in. And he still never gave me a key for the front door to the house. And it sounds like he's never planning to. So I gotta get my stuff out of there at some point. I just haven't had the right time to do it because, well, my fiance works all the time and needs my car for that, so yeah. Let's see. No spam. Yes. Why would you buy an Android when you could buy an iPhone for the same price? Like Apple is better, and I had Apple. That's so. Okay, first off, no, you can't buy an iPhone for the same price because, well, when you're buying secondhand or you're buying, older iPhones versus older Galaxy phones, iPhones hold their value better, which is good whenever you're the one reselling the iPhone. Reselling iPhones is great, but when you're the one buying it, that's not as good. So if you're buying an older phone, then even a Galaxy Note is going to be cheaper, even though it's going to be, in my case, a better phone because it has the S Pen, and no iPhones have pen support, unfortunately, let alone an S Pen that actually stores inside the phone. So that's very handy. And that's the biggest thing that keeps me using Galaxy phones are the notes. I did try a Pixel 3. I really liked it. I tried the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 10R. Really liked both of them. But I don't like iOS because it's not very customizable. Although iOS 16 is seeming like it will address that. Although it looks like iOS 16 will not be on any real older iPhones. But we'll see how that. I feel like iOS 16 is going to be one of those iOSs where there's a big gap between certain iPhones and older iPhones, because the 6S, 7, and maybe the 8 won't get it. I forgot exactly what the cutoff is. So yeah. iPhone is high and I've been enjoying using iPhone. Yeah, I'm not saying iPhone is bad. It's just not the right phone for me. Okay, I'm literally about to pass out. Well, careful with that. Yes, no spam. Have you seen the Caterpillar phones? It sounds familiar, but I don't think so. One time, one of my friends upgraded from his phone to an S21, and he got a brand new for like $800. It was in 2021. I've been using Samsungs for a good while. Yeah. So I still have my Galaxy Note 9. I have the silver one that I bought. I couldn't ever activate that Note 10 Plus, so I ended up just selling it for really cheap. And I've been happy with the Note 9. I might upgrade soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the Note 10 or the Note 20 or even just a 512 gig Note 9, because I do love having the headphone jack. I do love the no-notch display. I don't like the hole punch. Like, I've been really happy with the Note 9. This phone has served me very, very well, and I've been very happy with it. So there really isn't much for me to complain about. It would be not. I'm honestly considering buying a new Note to use it as a camera, but still keep my SIM card in my old Note 9, because that's how much I like this phone. The camera is still really good. I love the rear-mounted fingerprint sensor, the physical fingerprint sensor, and it not being in the screen. I still love the full screen display that doesn't have any sort of notch. Still has a very thin bezel. The battery on this, as long as in my case, this one was very, very rarely used, so the battery is still really good, and it still lasts all day with no issues. This is just a really good phone. The speaker sounds better than the Note 10 Plus, which doesn't make any sense. The battery is about the same as the Note 10 Plus, so again, no upgrade there. The Note 10 Plus, so you get the wide-angle camera, and on the Note 20 Ultra and S22 Ultra, you get even better cameras. But the fundamentals of the Note 9 are still good. I can still take this outside at night and take shots of sunsets and shots of the blue night sky, and it still looks great. And you can get a Note 9 for like $200. Actually, I think that's what I got this for. Is I got this one for $200, and that's a killer deal for $200. Unfortunately, the Note 9 does not get any software updates anymore, unlike the Note 10 Plus. The Note 10 Plus will get software updates for several more years. The Note 9 is stuck on Android 10, but Android 10 works just fine. I haven't had any issues with that yet. It's pretty clear the Note 9 will be a phone where the software makes it obsolete before the hardware does, because the hardware is A1, especially if you go for the 512 gig variant, because you get the 512 gig, you have 2 extra gigs of RAM, so you have 8 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage, and you can put an SD card in of up to a terabyte, and you get a terabyte and a half of storage, which is sick. And I very well may end up doing that. I very well may end up getting a 512 gig Note 9, and because I do kind of miss having a blue Note 9. I do love the silver. It's very pretty. But I kind of want to go back to having a blue phone. And yeah, so probably we'll do that. But yeah, I mean, and you guys haven't complained about the camera quality. I've just been point and shoot. I haven't been adjusting the camera in any real way. Just point and shoot, doing videos, shooting thumbnails. I do everything on this Note 9. And it's been handling it really well. I haven't gotten any complaints about the video quality. At some point, I will get an external microphone and get some studio lighting to try to make my videos a little bit better, and that will realistically improve the quality a lot more than getting 1 or 2 generations newer of a cell phone. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm probably going to end up getting a 512 gig Note 9, maybe a Note 10. If I get a Note 10, I'll get the smaller Note 10, because one thing I do miss about the Note 7 is the Note 7 is a little bit smaller, and I really like the size of the Note 7. It's perfect. It fits in the hands. I can still pretty much use everything one-handed, but I still have the S Pen. So if I get the smaller Note 10, it'll be the same size as the Note 7, whereas the Note 10 Plus is the same size as the Note 9. But the Note 10 Plus, the normal Note 10 would still have just as big of a screen. So, and then sure, I would lose the headphone jack and all that, but I would still have the wide-angle camera to make up for the headphone jack, and I would be getting it in a smaller package, so that would kind of make up for it because it's more compact and easier to carry around. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm going to get either a 512 gig Note 9, or I'm going to get a Note 10, and I'll probably end up, even though I've only had this for a couple months, I'll probably end up retiring this. And I still have my old Note 9 with the cracked screen and cracked back, and its software issues. So, which those software issues only exist because I never updated the phone. That phone is still running Android 8.1 Oreo, so I'll probably at some point fix that phone and repair it, and then I'll have that as well. So I'll basically have a Note 9 in pretty much every color, almost, because I have a purple Note 9 I have to fix, I have a blue Note 9 I have to fix, I have this silver one, and the 512 gig one I'll try to get in either black or blue, ideally blue, because I don't really like the purple. I like the purple, but it just doesn't really fit my aesthetic very well. Blue and silver are my favorite colors, so it makes sense why those would be my top pick for any smartphone. Point and shoot. Yep. I've been using Samsungs for a good while. What phone do you have, Rick Hoover? Yeah. They're waterproof, and some even have thermal cameras. There's a video from CAT themselves. I'm running some over to the excavator. Must be fine. Yeah. It's a very nice phone. My local Sam's Club and optical section is 3525. Still has a healthy motor in it and all attachments. Is that the one with the headlight? Because I've been trying to get the one with the headlight. I really want one. Yes, the CleanView 1 passes are good vacuums. They have a couple little flaws. I never reviewed my CleanView 1 pass after I bought it because of one little flaw it had with the base plate, but other than that, it's been pretty good. So yeah. Woohoo. The S22 Ultra looks so big. I saw one of my classmates upgrade to it, and that even some of my other classmates noticed it. Yeah, the S22 Ultra is pretty big, especially with a case. I'd love an S22 Ultra, but I am not Samsung has still refused to give me my refund for my phone that I returned to them over 2.5 years ago. They owe me over $800. Actually, over $900. Or no, I think it was $860. They owe me at least $800 something dollars because I returned the phone to them and they never refunded me for it, and they're still refusing to refund me. So, out of principle, I'm not going to support Samsung and give them my money for a new phone until they give me the money that I am owed for the phone that I already gave them. So, yeah. Not a fan of that. Not a fan at all. I'll be right back. Look at the boot. Look at the boot. She's preggo. You can see her belly. She's very preggo. Isn't that right? Are you preggo? Look at the preggo kitty. I don't know how many babies are in there. I think it's like 3. I don't know. She doesn't like this. Ah! Don't kill me. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Yes, that was Boots. Meow. Did the stream end? Let's see. No, I heard my fiance and my roommate talking, so I was just seeing what they were doing. Let's see. What did I just miss? The internet took a shit for a minute. What did she do? Bang, did the stream end? Nope, stream's back. Wi-Fi going. Mom's killed his Wi-Fi. Time to get the framing nailer with the safety disabled. Hey, Chance, do you like movies? No. Holy hell, just realized it's 12:36 a.m. It is 10:36 where I am. Meow. Moot. No, Boots. Or sometimes I'll just say boot. One boot. She's the boot. Because she's always wearing little white boots. I actually named her before. I realized after the fact that sounds very similar to white shoes, but I swear I did not rip off Lossie Carter's cat. I named her independently of White Shoes. Why you don't like movies? Just because I have ADHD. I don't have the patience to sit through an entire movie unless it's something that really interests me. There are some movies I love. I love the Marvel franchise. And there's a few movies here and there that I really like, but very few and far between. I generally don't watch movies. Like I generally don't. I'll watch long YouTube videos, no problem, but not movies usually, because there's very few movies that actually interest me. Very few. So there are some, but not enough for me to really name any off the top of my head. Yeah. So I'm just not much of a movie person. That's that. That's all there is to it. Greetings, comrades. Oh, greetings, comrades. I remember, like, I said comrade at one point, like, casually, because usually that's, like, my go-to saying, like, comrades, you know? Like, it's camaraderie, like, we're all friends here. And I remember I said that in, like, a different server, like, 6 months ago, and Alex just, like, freaked the fuck out. He was just like, no, don't say comrades, because communism, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, bro, I'm not talking about fucking communism, you idiot. Like, not idiot, but I'm like, obviously I'm not referring to the political variant of using the term, like the political interpretation of it. I'm just using it as a synonym for friends and fellow acquaintances and whatnot. There isn't any good movies out right now other than Top Gun. Yeah, I've been meaning. There's a couple of movies I've been wanting to see. I still go to the movies all the time. I know it's COVID, but obviously, I still go to AMC all the time. I have an AMC right in my town. I go there and watch movies. I can still watch a movie for $10 or $20, and so I'll still do that. I still sneak in snacks just like everybody does. Take some beef jerky and maybe some soft baked cookies and shove them down my pants before I walk in the theater, that sort of thing. Or ideally just go with a woman who has a purse. That's the easiest way to do it. So she can just stuff them in her purse and then nobody suspects the wiser. Because you're not supposed to take snacks. They want you to buy the snacks at the movie theater. But those snacks are usually just nothing but candy. And I don't want to eat candy during a movie theater. I want to eat beef jerky because I want something I can chew on that'll last. Because movies last a long time. So I'll still get the popcorn. I'll still get the drink. I'll get the big drinks and I'll refill it. I'll pay for the biggest drink and a relatively decent sized popcorn, so they're getting their money's worth in addition to the ticket. So as far as I know, they can shove it if they want me to buy this overpriced garbage that I'm not even gonna like. So yeah, I'm going to sneak in snacks and shoved in my pockets. I say down my pants. I would say not in my pants, but like in my pockets of my pants. But yeah, so what's that banging noise in the background? It's 4th of July. What do you expect? It's obviously fireworks. It's about 10:40 here. Hey Chance, have you heard of the killer clown sightings back in 2016? 2016 was a wild fucking year. Can we just agree that 2016 was a wild fucking year? I just realized it seems like every time there's a presidential election, something crazy happens that year. Because think about it, 2008 was a financial crisis. 2012 was supposed to be the end of the world. 2016 we had the killer clowns, we had Harambe, We had a reality TV star winning the presidency. And then 2020, we had a fucking pandemic. So what's going to happen in 2024? Let's not think about that. 2016 was the worst year of my life. Well, honestly, it was pretty bad for me too. I don't think anyone had a good year in 2016. You know who didn't have a good year in 2016? Hillary Clinton. World War III. Oh, I'm betting on it. Oh God, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised in the slightest the if the world ended in 2024. I would not be surprised. World War III. Honestly, with what's happening in Ukraine now, with Russia, with the economy pretty much collapsing and inflation and all this shit, I would not be surprised if people would not be able to deal with 2 more years of this shit. I would not be surprised at all. And if they revolt in 24, I would not be shocked in the slightest. Oh yeah, Mexican moms do that. They sneak snacks in the theaters. Is it only Mexican moms, or like, are they the most likely to do it? I don't know if there's stats on that. Or is it just everyone you know that does it happens to be Mexican? Because I mean, I'm not Mexican. I'm Polish, and I still sneak snacks in the movie theater, and I'm not a mom. I'm Mexican. Okay. Be buying a truck, lol. What I would give to go back to 2012, much simpler times. Yeah. I don't know about that. I didn't really like 2012 all that much. There's not many years of my life that I actually could look back on and say were good. There's not that many. Ironically, 2020 was one of my best years. Yeah. America is making the world better. I don't know how. Why can't you just buy snacks in theater? It's just a snack. Well, it's because number one, the movie theaters don't have every snack that you might want while you're watching a movie, and number two, they're overpriced. It's one thing if they're like $1 more, then maybe you just pay it for the convenience, but I don't. Again, even if the price wasn't a factor, I like to eat like cookies and beef jerky and stuff in movie theaters, and they never have that. They only have like M&Ms and like Mike and Ike's and shit like that. 2001 was the saddest year. Well, yeah. It was pretty sad. Do you like the year 2021? It could be better, could be worse. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. It had its moments. Good and bad, for sure. Yeah. My movie theater has chicken nuggets. What? Chicken nuggets? Why? Why is my... Okay, no, it said no data, and it said excellent connect. Honestly, I could tear up some chicken nuggets in the movies. Yeah, I'm down. It said I didn't have to wear my mask in 2021. Yeah, I got my vaccine in 2020, so I still kept a mask in my back pocket throughout the entirety of 2021, so that way, if someone wanted me to put it on, if they're like, hey, can you put it on, I just put it on. But now in 2022, I don't really bother anymore, because nobody really cares. Because, I mean, I'm vaccinated anyways, and, you know, I don't keep masks in my car anymore, if I'm being honest. I've been meaning to, I just keep forgetting to, because nobody talks about it anymore. So, yeah. I know they're coming out with a second booster. I've been planning on getting that, but I don't know where to get it. I don't think it's out yet, now that I think about it. I don't know. Actually, did I even get the first booster? I don't think I did. I think I just got the main vaccine. I haven't even got I probably should get boosted then, now that I think about it. But, yeah, other than that, I've been doing pretty good. I haven't got sick. I actually got COVID before I got the vaccine, so I have a feeling that's another reason why I probably am not gonna get it again. Even though it is a different mutation, I think my body's already kind of like, okay, let's just get this shit over with, you know? I was very worried that it was gonna kill me. But I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm living in fear of it. I was just like, oh, just, you know, I'll wear this mask and whatever, just because, you know, it makes, you know, it is what it is. Because I didn't really care if I got it, but I was worried that I was going to spread it to somebody else. Because I didn't want that responsibility. That's just me, though. Actually, it's not just me. I think honestly, I think everybody should be like that. But for some reason, the vaccine and all that turned into a political issue. I don't know why. Half of my town still isn't vaccinated because, deep red. What are you gonna do about that? Everyone's like, oh, the master, a conspiracy theory to help. I never understood the people that were like, because I know people that were like, oh, COVID was fake. It was to take down President Trump, and I'm like, yeah, but if that was their point, then why is Biden doing so bad right now? I'm gonna say if they rigged it, then they did a pretty bad job at rigging it, because now they're getting all the blame for everything. Anyways, I said I wasn't gonna get into politics, but that's okay. I'm going to sign off for now. I'll tune back in next time. See you soon on the next stream. Yep, see you as well. 2002 to 2007 was the best years of my life. 2007 was really good. I don't know why. 2007 was pretty good, all things considered. It was not bad. 2007 was pretty good. I used to be part of the bat community. Yeah. What's the point of the booster if you're already vaccinated? Well, it's in the name. It boosts the vaccine. So that way it's, it boosts your immunity to it. So, because obviously no vaccine is like 100%, but it's like 95, I forgot the exact stats, but it's basically, so it's just sort of trying to keep up with the, evolutions of COVID, because obviously the virus is mutating and doing all that shit. So it's just like sort of updating. It's like a software update for you, or your immunity, basically. Did you like the year 2009? It was really weird, honestly. I didn't like it too much. It had its good moments and it had its really bad moments. 2012 was the worst since day Biden in a plane crash. I don't know who that is. Let's see. Biden is running out of people to blame. That's true. That's true. Whether or not you believe all these economic situations are necessarily his fault, he's running out of people to blame for the fact that he's trying to, like, in the same breath, he's trying to say that it's not his fault, but then also trying to say that he's trying to fix it. Like when it comes to gas prices, he's like, president doesn't control gas prices, which is what I've always said. The president does not control gas prices. That is true. Biden is in no control of gas prices any more than Bush was in 2008, any more than Trump was in 2018. But now he's like, we're going to open up these oil reserves to make gas go cheaper. And to be fair, it seems to be getting a little bit cheaper, at least in my area, but it's not a big difference. Gas was $5, now it's $4.95. It's not a huge difference. It's an improvement, but it's not a huge difference. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully things will go down. Hopefully as supply and everything goes up and we have more oil and all that, hopefully these oil companies will stop gouging the prices of gasoline, because that is the majority of this cost. It is literally corporate greed and them artificially inflating the cost of gas. It's worth noting that every single Republican in Congress actually voted against the bill that would have actually addressed price gouging on gasoline. So they are also running out of people to blame, or running out of blame that they can put towards Biden, because every single one of them, the Republicans, voted against the exact bill that would have addressed the issue that they say their constituents are screaming about, which is true. So there's a lot of blame on both sides right now, trying to deflect the blame on this issue. But the fact is that the president is ultimately seen as the one who's in control, and yes, he is, yet he acts like he's not. It is very frustrating, because he acts like he's not the president, even though he is. I watch his press conferences, and I'm like, dude, I helped put you into fucking office. Why aren't you doing anything about this? Why have you not codified marriage equality into law? Why have you not codified Roe versus Wade into law, so that way the courts can't strike it down? Why haven't you Why haven't you cracked down on price gouging of gas and groceries and all sorts of other necessities? If he did a lot of these things, even if he just tried, like really put forward some effort and made it clear to the American people that he is putting in this effort and that there are bad, greedy people that are in the way, and if he actually grew a spine and started proving that he cared about working people, then maybe his approval rating wouldn't be in the toilet. I'm just saying. Because even if it wasn't working, at least he could be showing people that he's trying and that he's doing everything he can. Pull out your fucking pen, dude, and sign some executive orders. Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are not going to let you go through, and if you guys lose the Senate in 2022, nothing's going to go through. You're going to have to do everything via executive order. We're somehow in a lame duck administration, and we're not even through the first term yet. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I should probably save all this for the potential future political podcast. Which very well may happen if my blood pressure spikes any further than it is right now. So anyways, are there any vacuum cleaners with a built-in Bluetooth speaker? Not that I'm aware of. That would be weird, but cool. Anyways, this is it as far as... Well, I guess I could stream for 7 more minutes. I don't know. It seems like... actually, I have 8 concurrent viewers right now, even though the chat just died. So I guess we'll keep streaming then. At least until 11. But yeah. There was an orc with a built-in radio. What? Why? 2007 was the worst. Britney Spears shaved her hair bald. God, I feel bad for what happened to Britney. I can't believe that she only just now got out of her conservatorship. That is ridiculous. My neighbor's doing double donuts in a 1994 Dodge 3500 dually diesel. Yeah. You need Vertex, yeah. Call my shop back with my mini Ryobi radio tape to it, lol. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Tuned properly. It's also very dusty. Let's see. Although not when the fucking shop vac is louder than the radio. What is the worst sounding motor on a vacuum you've ever heard? Just anything with shot bearings, really. Some clean views that sounded really bad. Oh, actually, probably that air steerable that I got. That was probably the worst. That was probably the worst. Because it also smelled really bad. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Thing will suck a small dog through a garden hose, but goddamn, the thing is loud. Yep. Good night, Ryan Thomas. Good seeing you. Sorry I came in late, but very good stream. Yes. Also, if you like phones, like the other Ryan Thomas I know, then go subscribe to Intelitech Mobile. The link is up in the chat. So, yeah. The siren. Yes, the legendary siren. So... oh, my back is starting to kill me. I'll grab this guitar again, even though I can't play it very well. I need to clean it. It's all dusty from sitting here. I wonder if there's dust inside of it. Probably. Try to make this kind of clear. Just a chance, and maybe we'll find better days. 'Cause I don't need boxes wrapped in strings and design love and empty things. Just a chance, and maybe we'll find better days. So take these words and sing out loud, 'cause everyone is forgiven now. 'Cause tonight the world begins again. I need someplace simple where we can live, and something only you can give. That's faith and trust and peace while we're alive. And the one poor child to save this world, and there's 10 million more who probably could, if we all just stopped and said a prayer for them. So take these words and sing out loud, 'cause everyone is forgiven now. 'Cause tonight's the night the world begins again. And this fight, just a chance, and maybe we'll find better days. So take these words and sing out loud, 'cause everyone is forgiven now. 'Cause tonight's the night the world begins again. 'Cause tonight's the night the world begins again. Probably should have warmed up my vocals a little bit. That probably sounded really bad, but that's okay. I can't do that. I do not know how to play that one. I thought I did, but I don't. Not even close. Ooh, I have an idea. I'm gonna go grab a keyboard. I stole my fiance's keyboard, but it's technically not stealing because I paid for it. So, this is... Let's see, turn this on. I hope this has battery. No, that's not... Almost got that. I'm going based off memory, so I might not even be playing the... I don't think I'm even playing the right keys. I don't think it has the right effect on it. Is there a way to change what it sounds like? I forgot how to use this. Function? Metronome? Tempo? I don't know what I'm looking at here. How do I change the sounds? I do not remember how to use this. 150 rhythms. What am I looking at here? It starts with you. Sing and do it at the same time. But I almost got it. I almost got it. First time trying to sing and play at the same time. It's too loud though. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. It's that part that keeps tripping me up. Anyway, I should probably go. It's like Tam. What? Which brings me back to 2006, 2008 YouTube. Yep. It starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain new time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. watch fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's fun. I tried so hard and got. I tried so hard and got so far. Is that even? Did they even play that piano part? I can't remember. Damn it. Screwing up on a piano is really funny. Alright, well, nobody's watching this at this point, so I'll go ahead and sign off. So this is Intellidex Studios with the 4th of July stream, Hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't, feel free to comment why you didn't enjoy it in the comments below. Maybe I was too boring, maybe you didn't like the music, whatever it was. Feedback is greatly appreciated. So, this is Intelitech Studios. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace. And happy Independence Day.